Here to explain the ruling and what possible criminal contempt charges would look like is NewsNation legal contributor Jesse Weber. Good evening, Jesse. How you doing?
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
You too. Well, possible criminal contempt charges. What's this going to mean for the administration, and how would the Trump administration tackle it?
So let me be clear, this is unprecedented territory. So what I say, I give that with that caveat. It's something we thought we were barreling towards. What does it mean to hold the government in contempt? Well, you can't hold the government in contempt. You're not going to be able to hold the president in contempt. But if you talk about the immigration officers, if you talk about the attorneys, if you talk about the people who are backing this alleged, violation of a court order, those people could face potential fines. If you're an attorney of the court and you're not following the orders, you could potentially face repercussions. Now, is it going to escalate to that level? Maybe. I mean, at the same time, you're seeing an out. You see the court saying, I'm giving you an opportunity to cure this. Give me more information about what's happening. In terms of all the individuals who were, allegedly deported that were suspected Venezuelan gang members, tell you what, have custody over them, give them a legal opportunity to challenge their detention at the very least, and we'll see whether or not the government responds. Because right now, we're in a position where it looks like the government is disregarding court orders, but there's still, the court keeps giving them opportunities to say, well, is it a different legal interpretation, giving them a chance to appeal, because we are really at the precipice of something that I never thought we would see.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of testosterone involved as well. What happens if they don't comply? Dive in.
If they don't comply, then the court would be within its power to hold contempt proceedings. And of course, the question becomes, what is the practical effect of that? You hear one of the judges say, if we see that the court orders are not being followed, then we will have a potential prosecutor appointed to move forward with criminal charges. Well, I mean, again, are we talking about a special prosecutor? Okay, what happens if they choose not to move forward? There's been talk about then appointing another special prosecutor. It's a very interesting position where the government is, the DOJ is ultimately in the control of the Trump administration. So it does become a question, even if someone is held in contempt, is there actually going to be a follow-through on that?
Uncharted territory. All right, NewsNation contributor Jesse Weber, appreciate your time.
You got it. Thanks.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.